Tools for reflection. Perhaps the most often used tool is the reflective journal, the professional development journal. These are very popular. They can involve teachers in self-assessment, collaborative critique, and also action planning. Reflective journals can also be a means for sharing dialogue with other practitioners. It's a means for putting on paper ideas and being able to share those with others in a very concrete way. It can be very individual, but it also can be very collaborative. And what we can do is consider questions and checklists which help us frame our thinking in the journal. And there are many different types of journals that we can use. The reading response journal is one. The reading response journal is where the teacher reads, could be some recommended text, or has access to texts in the school or at home, and uses the journal to reflect on the content of what they've read. We also can get something called a double entry journal. This is a very popular approach for the professional development journal, where one side of the page, the left-hand side, describes the context and the situation, and on the right-hand side is where the reflection, the analysis, evaluation takes place. Based on Smith's four-phase model of describe, inform, confront, and reconstruct, this is where journals become quite powerful. In the interactive journal, this is where the teacher writes regularly in a professional development journal, but these writings are regularly, as a matter of process, shared with an audience. That could be one individual, or it could be a group of individuals. This is a means for encouragement and support of the teacher. And you can also get a dialogue journal, or sometimes called a dialogic journal. This supports the process for the teacher of deconstructing and reconstructing the experience very methodically. It helps the teacher make sense of the conceptual and theoretical understandings that they have in the classroom by critically taking them apart, looking at the components, and then reconstructing them in a meaningful way. There's also something called the narrative journal. This is where the teacher uses the writing process to reflect on values and beliefs about their role as a teacher. What is the essence of teaching? And it is very much here where the teacher can draw on inferences and make inferences about their teaching. There's also the practicum journal. This is perhaps something that teachers will experience during training, where there would be a sequence of guiding questions which need to be answered by the teacher. This gives a very strong structure and helps the reflective practitioner critique and modify their teaching in a very processed and sequential way. Self-assessment is another tool for reflection that we can use, and there are many checklists available which we can use, and of course we can devise our own self-assessment checklists in terms of supporting the process of reflection. And of course there is also the portfolio that the reflective practitioner can use. The portfolio is a collection of materials, some people would call artifacts, from the process of teaching in the classroom. These artifacts, these materials, could be paper-based, or of course they could be electronic. And what this is used for, the portfolio is used for, is demonstrating the teacher's higher order thinking and their cognitive thinking. Examples could be things like lesson plans, examples of students' work, recordings, photographs of students, or even appraisals of students which are taking place. And of course there's group reflection. This is where the practitioners, the teachers, the colleagues get together to share experiences, discuss and describe. And this not only gives support, but actually supports a much deeper level of reflection. And mentoring is another significant process for the reflective practitioner. This is a dual process where the teacher is coached and supported as part of reflection.